But we're also going to be looking at how we, as a stylist, and what we can do with our styling and our confidence when there's a change in our body shape. Also, we're going to look at the subject of sex, intimacy, and connection. We're going to consider identity, our mindset, and pursuing new adventures and challenges through this new part of our life where things are changing for us. Hello and welcome back. Now, just before we get started, if you're watching this on the Total Somatics YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell. So every time an episode is released, you're the very first to find out. Also, just to invite you to check out my TEDx talk. So if you haven't checked it out already, when you go to YouTube, if you type in the search bar, TEDx Heidi Hadley, it will bring up my TEDx talk on the subject of pandiculation. So please leave me a comment, a thumbs up, and do share it for those you know it will resonate with. So today we have our special episode, which is just to announce our annual event that we have always going on February each year, and the time's very close now, and that is for the Menopause Summit. So for the last few years, Total Somatics has held this wonderful summit that has brought experts from all around the world. And so it's been lovely over the time to actually hear the conversations I hear from people here in clinic. People contact me privately through email or through Messenger, different ways, just to let me know how it really landed with them for that particular year. And so the conversation around menopause in recent times has really increased, which is wonderful because, you know, every woman goes through it and their partners also experience it with them. And so many men in some instances are actually becoming very clued up on the subject too. And I know when I chat to male clients that come into the clinic here, they've been telling me how many of the sort of the demographics of the podcasts they listen to are designed for men, you know, so they'll listen to very male orientated subjects, that sort of thing. However, what's being discussed in many of these podcasts is menopause. So it's really good to hear men really getting clued up on this because, of course, they want to know how they can support their partner through this different portion or season of their life. So every year I get all this wonderful feedback. There's women that are telling me now that because of the Menopause Summit, it's really opened their eyes to not just about hot flushes, but all the other things that we've discussed over the time in the summit. And it's allowed them to go off and get that support, either HRT or alternatives, or changing their lifestyle, different things that they've picked up from the different summits over the years. And that's why I just want to share this opportunity that maybe in the past you didn't think it was something that really you needed, but maybe it is now, or maybe you know somebody that this would really connect with. So this year we've got some familiar faces. There'll be some faces that are familiar that will be back next year, but they've just got a few commitments this year. But we do have some new faces to the Menopause Summit, but you're probably going to recognize them from when I've interviewed them in podcasts. So they are familiar to us, but new to the Menopause Summit. So just to give you a bit of an overview of what the subjects will be about, I've spoken to each of them and I've asked them, because I know of their specialities, of what they can bring to the table, as it were. So some of the subjects we've got is going to be about HRT and menopause generally, and looking at that from a clinical nurse practitioner approach. But we're also going to be looking at how we, as a stylist, and what we can do with our styling and our confidence when there's a change in our body shape. Also, we're going to look at the subject of sex, intimacy, and connection. We're going to consider identity, our mindset, and pursuing new adventures and challenges through this new part of our life where things are changing for us. We're going to look at the subject of protein, weight, muscle, and cortisol. Very, very important subjects. We'll be looking at how we can regulate our nervous system also when there are these changes within our brain, when there's different metabolic changes happening as well. So the event's going to be live. Each expert will talk for about 20 minutes, and then we will move on to the next one. So you do have the chance, if you can't watch it all live, or you can't watch any of it live because you might be fast asleep wherever you are in the world, But wherever you are, you will have the opportunity for 7 days to watch the replay. So if you are interested, if you go to totalsomatics.com/menopause, so that's totalsomatics.com/menopause. And what you'll see there is the time and the date. You'll see the order of who's coming on, a little bit about who they are. But just to give you the heads up, it will be in the Northern Hemisphere on Saturday, the 15th of February. And in the Southern Hemisphere, it'll be Sunday, the 16th of February. So you might want to mark that on your calendar. But you will find more details when you go to the page totalsomatics.com/menopause. And all you can do there is just register your email, and closer to the date, if we've got your email address, we will send that to you so that you've got that Zoom link so that you can watch live. Or if you can't, you will be emailed with that email address you've given us. We will send you the replay, so you've got 7 days to watch that after the live event. So lots coming up. As I said, this time of the year, we've got loads happening. So obviously the Menopause Summit, I'm currently holding through the Shift Network, my 7-week course. So again, you can also join that. I'll put all the links below in the show notes if you want to come along and just catch up on the modules I've taught so far. Or if you want to, just click in Google to Heidi Hadley, the Shift Network, and then you'll find that my 7-week course will come up there. So you can join at any time and just catch up with the replays as well. So there's lots of ways you and I can stay connected, and I really look forward to, one way or the other, seeing you either through the Shift Network or maybe through the Menopause Summit. But also don't forget, at the moment, the membership doors to the Total Somatics membership is actually open. So again, if you want to join the membership, go to totalsomatics.com, click on the Join Now page, and then you and I can get together online, and we can really dig deep into your pain points and issues there. And you can see that there's a very structured pathway to really get through the basics and the fundamentals of clinical somatic movement, mindset and mindfulness. And then there's specialized classes that you can join. Again, it's all on demand. Whenever it suits you, wherever you are in the world, that's all for you to check out in your own time. So again, just to reiterate, we've got 3 things. So there's the Menopause Summit. So totalsomatics.com/menopause. You can register and leave your details for that free event. You can also either check the show notes below for my 7-week course, or just go to Google and type in the Google Heidi Hadley, the Shift Network, and then up will come my 7-week module or course. You can join me that way. And finally, you can also go to totalsomatics.com, click on the Join Now page, and there's the Total Somatics membership. Doors are wide open, and you can come on in and join me and all the beautiful friends around the world. So I will see you very soon. All my love, all my very best wishes. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating and also forward this on to somebody you know will benefit. To learn more about pain relief, plus how to improve your health and well-being, go to totalsomatics.com. Until next time, take care.